All right, I've sat on this for a year, and it still feels like there's something chewing on the back of my brain. So I'm just gonna dump it here like a confession. My name's Kareem. Egyptian dude, living in the US. I work security at a big hospital in a cold state. I'm not dropping the real name, so let's call it Saint Mercy. December 31st, 2025. New Year's Eve. Everyone outside is partying, kissing, counting down, fireworks, all that. Me? I'm walking into a building that smells like bleach and old metal, under lights that are too white to feel human. Security shifts on holidays are usually quiet, but that night, I swear the place felt like it was awake. Not busy. Awake. 9:06 p.m. I badge in through the employee entrance. The door locks behind me with this hard click, like a prison seal. Lobby's empty. Chairs lined up like they're waiting for a crowd that never shows. And then I hear it. A kid's laugh down the hall. Short, bright, innocent. Then it cuts off like someone slapped a hand over a mouth mid-giggle. I freeze. I tell myself, visitors, pediatrics, you're jumpy. New Year's nerves. I radio in. Security, this is Kareem, starting my rounds. Nothing. No reply at all. The silence has weight, like it's listening. 9:21 p.m. I get to the security office. Big wall of camera feeds, alarms panel, logs. John, the other guard, is sitting in the chair with his back to me. John? No movement. I step closer, tap his shoulder. It's a jacket draped over the chair. Nobody's there. On the desk, there's a fresh printout, like it just came out of the office printer. All caps, don't go below B2 after 11:50 p.m. I stare at it, trying to process. Earlier that day, John joked, "Don't go to B3, man, you'll find ghosts." We laughed. This wasn't a joke. I radio again, still nothing. And then, through the static, a woman's voice comes in. Old, tired, like it's leaking through an ancient speaker. "Kareem, don't go down there, please." My blood goes cold. I'd only said my name once just now. How did she know? Before I can answer, the channel dies in a long shriek of interference. 9:40 p. I pull up the access logs to calm myself down, like facts, systems, reality. It says a restricted door in pediatrics opened and closed on its own a few minutes ago. Then my stomach drops. Access granted. Kareem, ID me. I'm standing in the security office. I haven't moved. I look at the pediatrics camera feed. The hallway is empty, except for a red balloon floating in the center, drifting slowly like it's attached to someone walking. The string is tight, angled upward, but there's no hand, no kid. Nothing. The camera zooms in by itself, like someone is controlling it. And right then, above my head, I hear soft tapping in the ceiling tiles. Tick, 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 like footsteps. 10:05 p.m. The lights flicker, twice. The wall clock glitches, jumps forward, then snaps back. I watch time stutter like it's buffering. The desk phone rings, internal line, almost never happens. I pick up. Saint Mercy Security. Same old woman's voice. Tonight, he likes hearing the countdown. Don't let anyone count. I whisper, "Who are you? How do you know my name?" She smiles in her voice. "Yeah, that's possible. I was here before you were born, before this was a hospital." Then she says, almost gently, "He's under you. He wants out, but he needs someone to open it." Click. Line dead. And then, from one of the camera feeds, I hear something faint. A countdown. Not loud. Not normal. Like a child whispering into someone's ear. 9, 8, 7. Then silence. It's 10:05 p.m. What the hell is counting down to what? 10:22 p.m. Sitting in that office was making me spiral, so I grab my flashlight and do my rounds. Emergency is alive. Nurses, patients, sirens, the normal chaos. That helps. Humans. Noise. But when I turn toward the older wing, the part of the hospital that's been there forever. The air changes, ceilings lower, lights dimmer, walls yellowed, the kind of place where every sound feels personal. Halfway down the corridor, I hear someone call my name. Kareem. I stop. The voice calls again. It's my mother's voice. My mom is in Egypt. She has never been to America. There is no universe where she's in this hallway. At the end of the corridor, there's a door cracked open. From inside, Kareem, come here. I walk toward it like my feet don't belong to me. As I get close, I smell wet dirt, like fresh grave soil. I shine my flashlight inside, and the room is not a hospital room. It's my childhood bedroom, back home. Same metal bed frame, same blanket pattern, same wall spot where the paint chipped. Except the photo on the wall isn't my family. It's me, standing outside St. Mercy, smiling wrong. Too wide, eyes too dark. The light overhead snaps off. The room goes black. And right next to my ear, something whispers, "Didn't you want America?" I run. I don't look back, but I feel a cold touch at the base of my neck, like fingers testing me. 10:48 p.m. I slam the elevator button. Doors open. I jump in. I press floor 2. Nothing. The panel lights up. B3. I didn't press B3. I mash buttons. Lobby, 2, alarm. Nothing responds. The display above the doors types out, "Going down." The elevator drops. My stomach floats. My skin goes tight. The doors open. The hallway outside is too narrow. Emergency red lighting. Walls that feel closer than they should. And painted over and over, like graffiti or a warning. 2026, 2026, 2026. From far down the corridor, a soft little voice says, "Happy New Year." But the last word bends, like an adult is wearing the kid's voice like a mask. The elevator doors are still open behind me. I think, back up, get out. But my feet step forward. Not because I'm brave, because something in that hallway is pulling on the idea of me, like curiosity is a leash. The doors slide shut behind my back. 11:03 p.m. I walk the corridor, telling myself it's stress, it's exhaustion, it's my brain making patterns. But I hear water dripping, and every drip sounds like a tiny word. Open. At the end is a heavy steel door with a dying keypad. A faded sign. Archives/psych, closed. We don't have psych down here, not officially. The keypad lights up without me touching it. Kareem, access click. The lock opens. The door cracks open like it's inviting me. From inside, dozens of whispers overlap, all repeating, "Come in, come in, come in." I back away. One voice rises over the rest, deep, male, not human, like it's coming through a pipe. "Almost there, Kareem. Almost the first minute of the year." I choke out, "Who are you?" A laugh, dry, patient. I'm what this building was built on. The lights above my head pop, glass crackling, then darkness pours over everything. I flick my flashlight on. A folder lies on the floor at the threshold. Patient paperwork. Hands shaking, I pick it up. Patient. Kareem H. Admit date, January 1st, 2026. Time 001 a.m. Reason acute delusion/hearing countdown. I drop it like it burned me. Inside is a still frame from a security camera. Me, standing exactly where I am now. And on my neck, bruising like someone's been gripping me from behind. 11:18. Overhead speakers crackle like they're trying to wake up. A distorted announcement makes it through. Code, Kareem. There is no code, Kareem. The walls vibrate faintly, like some huge machine under the floor has started up. And the countdown returns. Not just in my radio, in the vents, in the pipes, in the floor. 3, 2. I sprint back to the elevator. The display reads, "Out of service." The metal doors are warm, hot, like something's breathing behind them. I see the stairwell door and shove it open. The stairs go down. I climb up one step, and somehow I'm lower, like the geometry is lying. On the railing is the red balloon again, bobbing gently. Written on it, in black marker, 11:50. Like the hospital is keeping appointments, 11:33 p.m. I don't even know how I get back upstairs. I just do. One door becomes another. Hallways bend. Signs feel wrong. Suddenly I'm on the main floor, gasping like I surfaced from water. I see a nurse pushing a meds cart, a real person. I nearly cry. I tell her, "There's something. There's a floor." She looks at me like she's seen this movie too many times. "You knew?" she asks. 6 months. She leans closer, voice low. "Don't go down, especially tonight." "Who's on my radio? Who's calling me?" Her eyes flick to the ceiling like she expects it to hear her. "It's not a who," she says. "It's the hospital." I laugh, shaky. "The hospital? This building used to be something else. They kept people down there, not patients. People they didn't want heard." She swallows hard. Something learned how to copy voices. It counts. It waits for New Year's. Because everyone looks up while it climbs out. "What climbs out?" I whisper. She pauses like the word tastes bad. "Him." Then she walks away, like she never spoke to me. 11:46 p.m. Back in security, the camera wall is a nightmare. Every single feed is pointed at me, even angles that shouldn't exist. Storage rooms, hall corners, places I know don't have cameras. In the corner of every screen is a little timer. 0, 0, 14, 0, 0, 13, 0, 0, 12. A countdown to midnight. But the system shouldn't do that. The desk phone rings again. I pick up and say, "Security." And I hear my own voice on the line. Recorded. Slow, like it's dragging itself out of a well. "If you're hearing this, don't open the door, Kareem. Don't cut." A deeper voice slips in, calm and commanding. "Open." I throw the phone. The paper warning, "Don't go below B2 after 11:50, flips over by itself. On the back, in fresh ink, "You already did." Outside, TVS and patient rooms start the public countdown. 10, 9, 8. Inside my office, the countdown is closer, slower, personal. 11:50 p.m. A knock on the office door. 2 polite taps, then harder, then a long scrape, like fingernails dragging across wood. A voice calls softly, "Kareem, open up, it's John." I step toward the peephole and look out. The hallway is empty, but on the floor, there's a shadow of a tall man. No body, just shadow. I back away. John's voice shifts, less friendly, more irritated. "Open, Kareem. Don't make this difficult." All the cameras switch to one feed. B3. That steel door is open, and the darkness behind it is moving like liquid. A face flashes for 1 second, features morphing. Child, nurse, old man, my mother, me. Then it settles on one expression. A mouth too wide, no lips, just teeth and hunger. From the speakers, "I'll sit with you." 11:56 p.m. The knocking stops. And that's worse. Because silence is when you realize it's still standing right outside, waiting. I crouch behind the desk, flashlight in my hands like it's going to save me. Timer hits, 000400030002. Outside, the world screams, 2, 1. And then midnight hits. 12 a.m., January 1st, 2026. Every light goes out, then they come back. Red. The whole hospital looks like the inside of a body. Over the main PA system, a voice announces New Year's, not a host, not a nurse. That deep pipe voice. New year, new door. And then a massive click echoes through the building, like a giant lock releasing. Electronic doors throughout the hospital pop open in sequence. Tick, 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 tick. Like the building is exhaling every seal. On every camera feed, one message appears. "Happy New Year, Kareem. Now come down." Then alarms stack up, one after another. Morgue door open. NICU temp drop ICU monitor offline. The hospital is falling apart, on purpose. and I understand the choice it's giving me. Come down, or let everyone upstairs pay for your refusal. 12:07 a.m. I run, through hallways where the air feels thicker. In pediatrics, the red balloon is tied to a tiny bed, and the bed rocks by itself. A kid's voice sings, "Happy Birthday," instead of "Happy New Year," in the wrong key, like it's choking. I find the nurse from earlier near the stairwell. Her face is drained. "You knew," I spit. "You knew." She looks almost ashamed. "He doesn't move unless someone hears him," she says. "And you heard him. So what do we do?" "We close the door," she says. "The one below. And if I go down there, if you don't," she cuts in, "everyone up here goes quiet." Not fear in her voice now. Resignation. 12:15 a.m. We take the stairs. The elevator's a liar. Each level down feels colder. The smell shifts from bleach to iron. Old, dried blood. At B2, the last official basement, we reach a far hallway I've never noticed. A metal door at the end. Someone has scratched the label down to bare steel, but you can still read it. B3. The nurse hands me an old swipe card. Not like mine. "This card," she says, "if you touch the lock, it seals for good." "For good? Or until someone opens it again," she says. Then she looks at me in a way that makes my ribs hurt. "And you probably won't be here after." Inside the door, a voice presses close, like it's breathing against the metal. "Open. Let's start the year right." 12:22 a.m. The door starts to thud from the other side, not knocking, headbutting, like something is trying to break its own skull to get through. The metal bows outward. The nurse screams, "Now!" I slap the card to the lock. Instantly, so many sounds at once. Laughter, crying, screaming, the countdown, all layered until it's one horrible chord. Then, silence. The screen goes dark. The door stops moving. I gasp, thinking, maybe we did it. "Is it over?" I ask. The nurse doesn't answer. Her eyes are open, but empty, like she's not home. Then she smiles. Small, wrong. And in that deep voice, she says, "Thank you, Kareem. The door is closed, but you are open." She steps toward me, slow, repeating, "New year, new Kareem." I bolt. 12:40 a.m. Everything after that becomes a blur of corridors that don't connect, signs that change, doors that open to the wrong places. I stumble into ER, bright lights, real people, chaos. I collapse, laughing like I'm dying, repeating, "I closed it, I closed it." They think I'm exhausted, drunk, whatever. Then I see a TV in the waiting room, New Year's news coverage, and a little hospital banner at the bottom, like an announcement, "Welcome 2026. Reminder, if you hear a countdown in the halls, do not count back." I look at a doctor and whisper, You know? He gives me the kind of smile people use when they're hiding the truth because the truth is too heavy. "Of course we know," he says, "but not everything we know can be said out loud." Then he looks past me. I turn. The nurse is standing in the ER entrance, staring, that same wide, lipless smile. The automatic doors behind her slide open by themselves. A breath of icy air rolls in, and in my head, only in my head, I hear it again. 9, 8, 7. Nobody else reacts. Nobody else hears it. And the last thing I remember is trying to cover my ears, realizing it wasn't outside sound at all. It was inside me. I'm typing this now from a white room with a little window in the door. People in scrubs talk softly outside. Every so often a nurse walks by, glances in, and smiles like she's sharing a secret. And when I try to sleep, the whisper returns. "The year hasn't started yet, Kareem. We're just counting from the beginning. So if you ever find yourself in a hospital at night, and you hear a countdown where it shouldn't be, don't answer. Don't count back. And for the love of God, don't say your name into the silence."